Let's go back to one of our top stories. Gift of the Givers has been assisting several communities affected by the widespread flooding in the Western Cape. They've been delivering food aid despite damage to roads. For an update on the situation, we're now joined by Anton Bredell, Western Cape Local Government MEC. Mr. Bredell, appreciate your time this afternoon. Just give us an update on the situation around those floods. Certainly the visuals that we've seen paint to a rather catastrophic picture.
Yeah, it's very difficult out there for our people, so I need to thank Gift of the Givers and all the NGO sector, SANZA, the 4x4 people helping us to get aid through to our communities. Currently, we're busy with various mop-up operations throughout. Remember, this floods is throughout the Western Cape, actually covering 3 districts, West Coast, Cape Winelands and Overberg. I must also thank Eskom and their teams. They've done great work in Overstrand to repair and to get them back online, the Hermanus areas and various other areas. But currently we focus on Citrusdal. They still cut off, so Gift of the Givers and the 4x4 people helped us to get aid through. And this kind of operations will continue throughout tomorrow to get especially food through to those communities. And obviously throughout our province we try to be visible, but we want to call on the residents to also look after their own safety and try to prevent any crossing or trying to cross any rivers or streams, because it's very dangerous out there.
Now, let's rewind a little bit. Just how much notice were the people given? Did we have any idea? Did you have any idea that this was going to be the extent of the rainfall that was received? Yeah,
always after disaster, we now deal with the crisis in front of us. But if you will next week look back, I'm very happy that our early warning system saved a lot of lives. Last week, around about Wednesday, we managed to move in and to try or to ask people to clear under the bridges and next to the rivers, back and don't sleep there. So the homeless people, we managed to get them out of harm's way. But then obviously as we release water from the dams, the Klein Willem Dam, the Wemmershoek Dam, we then send in teams because we can plot and see which areas are here likely to be flooded. So we ask people to evacuate. Now, that's always a very difficult scenario. It's very difficult to ask people to evacuate their homes. But we do call on people to work with us. It's professional people. We won't ask you to leave your home unnecessary. So in some instances, we do put our own people's lives at risk to go back and then to save those people that's a bit stubborn and don't want to move. But that's the job we're in. And yeah, I'm very proud of the people working out there in the disaster management family, as well as SAPS and their rescue units working with us to keep people safe.
Let me see, have there been any casualties reported?
Currently, 3 people tried to cross the Buffelsjaars River, 2 made it across, so there's likely to be 1 casualty. We cannot confirm definitely, but there's certain rescue teams out there trying to find the person.
Now, we've talked a lot about the people that have had to be relocated and the impact that it's had on those that have their homes or have had to leave their homes. But let's talk a little bit about businesses. Has there been an impact on any businesses?
Yeah, lots of flooding, lots of damage. And again, remember, our first priority is to save lives. Second priority to look after the people. Remember, last week, Thursday, 1,000 people in Rawsonville, a small town, were severely affected. We had to move them. City of Cape Town currently sit with 4,000 people. So we need to get aid to them. And this is where the NGO sector, Gift of the Givers, is helping us greatly with assistance and helping to keep the people warm and give them some food. And this will be an ongoing process in the coming week, but then also huge damage on infrastructure, and that will actually be determined next week when we can see the extent of the damage. We expect another cold front on Monday, and we keep a very close eye and work with the people and try to fix the infrastructure as quickly as possible, but it's very difficult out in the field with mudslides, and we must also keep our own people safe.
Now, some of the visuals that we're currently showing on the screens, it's absolutely horrific in some instances. If you look at the roads that have completely collapsed or caved in, huge amounts of infrastructure absolutely destroyed. I'd imagine that at this point you don't have an idea of the cost or how long it will take to refurbish or restore some of this infrastructure.
Well, we had teams out till midnight last night to fix potholes and on the main arteries. We realize it's a long weekend, so a lot of people will move back tomorrow. So to try and fix that, obviously the larger damage we will tackle as soon as the water levels pull back a bit. But this morning I had a conversation with Minister Creasy, with the Minister of Finance, etc. So nationally they're also aware, and I'm very confident that our infrastructure teams will be in a position to, as soon as possible, start to rectify and open up roads. Currently, the Tweeskloof closed. They will work throughout the night to try and open it because there's a lot of traffic on that. Bainskloof is closed. But they're also opening up a lot of roads. So, yeah, we understand the severity of the program or of the weather. But doing our utmost best.
I'm afraid we're going to have to call time on this conversation. I appreciate your time,
Okay.
Anton Bredell, Western Cape Local Government MEC.